Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an Ice Queen princess look. I wore this look to a safe Halloween with my daughter for trick-or-treating. I'm going to start off with the Makeup Forever Clown White Foundation, blending that in with a beauty blender. You can layer this up to get it just as white as you'd like it. I was just looking for like a medium coverage on the white, so just keep building it up. And I covered my entire face, and I also covered my ears and neck and shoulders. You want to make sure that you cover as much as is going to be showing. I did not have that much showing, but I did go down to my shoulders, so just layering it up here. And then I covered with the RCMA No Color powder, so that it would set the cream foundation so that it wasn't getting creases or blotchy, anything like that. Next I went in with the 350M from Morphe in the dark gray and used that to create my shadows. So in the corners of each eyes where you would naturally have a shadow, I put some of the 350M dark gray there. Then I went into my cheeks and did the same thing with that pencil, kind of drew out where I was going to create like a hollowed cheek look, still using the Morphe 350M in the dark gray. Making my area and then blending it out, and I found that using this eyeliner pencil worked really well up by my eyes to create where I was going, but on my cheeks I felt like it made too much of a harsh line and was very difficult to blend out. I was blending for a very long time trying to get that line blended out. So on the other side I ended up just taking that Morphe brush and creating the line with the Morphe brush instead, and then using that to blend out, and that worked out much better for me. It did not have such a harsh line on there. So just working that in, creating that hollowed out look. This is the first time I've done a makeup like this, so kind of finding and figuring out where you should put that line on your face is, I mean, everybody's a little different, so. Went up to the top of the head, just where on the forehead where you normally would have a shadow, and created that. Just like contouring, you're going to put them in the same places you're going to contour, only with your cheekbones, you're obviously not going to contour out that harshly, but up on the forehead, same dark gray, using that to blend in there. Took a white Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil, tried to lighten up my eyebrows. It was kind of pointless, but you are more than welcome to help yourself to that. And if you know any tricks or tips with that, just let me know. I'm willing to try anything out. Did kind of outline and shape them, and then try to lighten them up. This is the tedious part. So I pinched a pair of tweezers and dipped it into my Duo eyelash glue, dotted it on my face, and then put these gemstones, rhinestones on. They were so difficult to work with. It was very tedious, but it was worth it. It turned out really pretty. Trying to get them to stick to your fingers was something. My floor is covered in them upstairs, so. They do give a beautiful effect, though. Decided to go some underneath my eyes. This is not uniform, not for any particular reason. I don't have anything against uniformity, but when you're adding these little gemstones, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. I left this little piece on this wig in here. This was a hot mess to work with. When I first opened up the wig, I was super impressed, loved it. Working with it is a completely different story. It was very difficult to work with. I did not want to stay. And it had these terrible long bangs. So I went ahead and pinned them back, and then tried to cover up where I was pinning at so you can see it so starkly there. Had to cover up some of my own hair. I was on the struggle bus hard with this wig, but we kept going and pulled through. So I'm adding some Bare Minerals eyeshadow in the shade 2000. It's just very glittery, sparkly. Adding that to my eyes and then going right by my cheekbones and just kind of tracing that where we shaped out, just to add a little more definition to it, create a little more sparkle. Then I decided that my forehead was super bare and added some more gemstones to that. Putting on some mascara, going to add my false lashes. Wasn't able to find any white false lashes, that's what I was kind of going for, but the black ones turned out really good actually. So went ahead and used my normal Ardell's that I get from Walmart. You can find them at any drugstore. I really love that brand for drugstore eyelashes. Put those on, nice and big. Then I added my mauve matte lip, and that is from NYX. I'm using an IT Cosmetics brush, a lip line brush, to line with that, and then added the NYX matte in Seduction. After I went through and did that, I got to looking, and I needed some carving of my cheekbone, or of my chin and jawline, so I went back into that 350M, got that same dark shade, and kind of carved out my jawline and chin on each side there, just to give it a little more definition. When you put all that white on, it starts to look kind of muddy if you don't carve out some of that definition. I didn't want to look like I just went from lips to neck. Added just a little tiara headband, and that's the look that I wore with my daughter to a safe trick-or-treating. Had my husband zoom in a little bit so he could get a better look. Hope you all enjoyed, and like and subscribe if you did. Thank you so much for coming. Bye.